Field games, POLCANOVA to serve, love all. Love 1.
Okay, what are we looking for? Who's got weapons that can hurt this very high quality Chinese side? Because that side of the table, we know what they're about. We know how sharp they are, how grooved they are. Oh.
You know, in many sports, when you're out of position for a moment, there's just so much work to do to get back in. Table tennis is no different.
These two are just taking turns to pounce. LIN Shi and KUAI Man.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of adjustments in the short game. Much better. Robbie Gardos sets up a fourth ball attack for Sofia Polcanova, but it's never easy against the two on the other side. Quality of the shot you have is limited based on their quality.
They need to get themselves on the board, but that's easier said than done.
They're going to have to stay much closer to the table, which is also easier said than done. Robbie Gardos, as fast as he is, near the table is going to be much more threatening. And so they get themselves on the board. Sofia Polcanova steps around both sides with the righty-lefty combo. And if you're just joining us, you're newer to table tennis. In doubles, you must alternate shots, and it's the only time where you have to serve on the diagonal. From the right side of the table, on the diagonal, players signal to each other to communicate cryptically with their hands on both sides. Serve and receive. And a nice clean opener here from a long forehand stroke. Sofia Polcanova, who's been through her injuries over the years.
Just going to ask you a little bit about KUAI Man in a moment, whether you've had a chance to assess her more immediate recent form.
2-6.
Okay, I'm still looking and assessing. Give me time.
Yeah. Not right now, but over the last few matches, singles and otherwise, is she still on that upward trajectory?
I'm a realist and I'm an optimist. I call myself a realistic optimist. The answer for me is yes, no doubt about it. 21 years old is far from peak age. I think, China smashed last year? She was incredible. And that for me was one of the most shining performances, maybe the most that I've seen from her. So even if there's a little dip, if we zoom out between now and the next 2 years, there's no doubt for me she's on an upward trajectory.
Yeah, we saw the best of her in Singapore as well, didn't we? Just ran out of steam maybe at the final hurdle.
Right. Perfect serve there. Why'd you ask me that about KUAI Man?
Just with someone on commentary, and I can't remember who speaking recently, and they just thought she looked a little bit flatter than she had done last time we saw her in Grand Smash action.
It's completely possible. I'm hesitant. Yeah, you know me and criticizing, but
it's not necessarily criticism. Maybe just assessment.
Yeah, you're right. I'll remember that next time I criticize someone. I'll say, just assessing you. Good times. No, 11-2 here, dominant performance. The truth is, yes, I've seen her play better. I think everybody's adjusting.
吃香喝辣，降火解腻，台味绝配。大餐新台潮，豆阵开桌，随时开喝，黑松沙士。来自各国的劲旅全面开战，他们虽然不到19岁，但野心却比谁都大。为国出征，为梦而战，是明日的超级巨星，也是今日的战士。新世代新星集结，一起见证篮球的未来。2025 FIBA U19 女子篮球世界杯7月19号到21号，敬请锁定爱尔达体育家族现场直播。EMS 肌肉动起来，轻松运动锻炼肌力，国家认证卫福部核准，传景动力式肌肉刺激器 EX。
So while I sidetracked you a little bit with that fascinating conversation about KUAI Man's form, what we couldn't really overlook was the fact it was 11-2. And the two Chinese players did pretty good. So there's a lot of hard work for the Austrians to get up to.
I think it was also interesting hearing how much Xiao Zhan had to say to the Chinese pair. After an 11-2 victory, you might think it'd just be like, hey, high five, here's some water. That's it. Nice work. Peace. Do the same thing. Ditto. Repeat. There was a lot more than that. Oh, what a rally, and the finisher right on top of the bounce. KUAI Man puts it to rest. Some good footwork there from Robbie Gardos.
Only problem was they were both out of the picture.
Not so bad, he says. All right. Oh, and the back edge there to the net ball. I still like the face of Robbie Gardos. Perfect to pull it out in Vegas.
Yes. He's in great shape.
He's here with family. Alejandro here. One of the best Pokemon card collections of anybody I've seen.
They are so solid, the Chinese pair.
The forehand flick takes a bite out of the net, but coming across, it all pays off. Fast feet, KUAI Man. I love it. One of the most difficult shots in the game. And look how open she comes into that ball. Racket facing the ceiling at first, and then just sort of closes on it for a little bit of topspin.
That's the talent that KUAI Man has. I mean, she had no kind of balance. She's on the move. As you said, it's one of those low percentage shots, maybe, or lower percentage, and she executed.
The word talent is a very interesting word. I will say that the amount of work put into coming up to this level. Many of these players, you can watch interviews of Wang Chuqin when he was young, just trying to stay out of trouble. His parents trying to get him healthy anyway. And by out of trouble, I mean medically.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you can do in life, that you can reverse all these things. Ask David Goggins his story.
Oh, yeah.
2-8.
Yeah, but she's got something, you know, there's been a lot of hard work done, but what I like about her is there's just this natural flair to her. Oh.
3-8.
That's a pretty clear sign language message for play smart. Sofia Polcanova was right there waiting for this ball this time around.
9-3.
Again, keeping those serves on the shorter side in Vegas is always crucial. The ball tends to drift. Can't tell you how many players have played the U.S. National Championships here, and they have to come in a full day early just to practice their serves and making sure everything's a little tighter to the table.
10-3.
We're on the brink of another game here. 10-3, 7-game points. They've barely broken a sweat, really. Oh, and there you go. That'll be that, says LIN Shi, who is in particularly dismissive form this evening.
So 5 points total for the Austrian pair here.